Hi everybody, today I'm at my dad's house just kind of hanging out and we're talking about wedges. A lot of people are scared about hitting those wedge shots around the green, but if you have them dialed in and know exactly how far they go, just like your regular clubs, you know that your 5-iron goes a certain distance and your 6-iron and all those, why not your wedges too? And I'm not talking about full swings, but little half swings. So if you're kind of thinking about a clock, which my dad will talk about in a second, you know, you've got your 7:30, your 9 o'clock, your 10:30 shot. And then once you figure out what those are consistently, there's no need to remember all the numbers in your head. You can just write them down. So, Dad, can I see your club? Okay, so my dad, you printed it out.
I bought a printer for it.
You bought a printer.
Sure, you know,
That's my
issues.
dad.
I have issues.
I know. Okay, so here's like where his distances are, and you've got them marked. So you've got your 7:30, your 9 o'clock, your 10:30, parallel, and max.
Maximum, the distance will go maximum.
Okay, so I'm not the first person to come up with this technique. Obviously, this is a Dave Pelz thing, and his short game Bible. If you haven't read the book, I highly recommend it. Anyway, okay, so check this out. Okay, so first of all, where are the
Here's,
parallel?
this is a clock. Your arm is the hand of a clock. There's about 7:30, okay? 9 o'clock, dead level. 10:30, about right there, okay?
Okay.
There's your distances. From there, you cut them off. 7 o'clock goes a little less. 8:30, 8:40, you gotta think like that. 8:45, I need to swing 8:45. If my 9 o'clock goes 45 yards, my 8:45 might go 38 yards in my head. May not, but that's what you practice. So when I got a 38 landing, I want to land it 38 yards in the air, not where it rolls out.
So parallel.
It's wristy, parallels wrist.
7:30.
Yep. And your wrists are
9
cocked
o'clock.
full. Yep.
10:30.
There you go.
I use 9 o'clock a lot. I even use 9 o'clock on like my 8-iron, my 7-iron.
That's a great way to do it.
I know how far that's gonna go.
That is a great way to do
It's like
it.
having multiple.
It is.
clubs
It's
in your
having
bag.
multiple clubs,
And
you don't
it
have to
comes down
say
to
I got to
club.
ease up. Take your 8-iron full power at 9 o'clock,
Yeah,
and it won't go as far as your.
It's about comfort level too, right? Like there have been times I could knock down an 8-iron a lot more comfortable than I could hit a full, I don't know, 56 or whatever.
Yeah. Okay, what are you doing here? 7:30.
7:30. But that
Lost ball, out of bounds.
thing. So as far as chipping goes, though, I still use this to stand a little bit open.
That's okay. That's all your own feel.
There we go.
So let's say 7:30 is going to go about 28 yards, 27 yards. So my left arm's going to be about 7:30, and it lands
Now
approximately.
you like are flipping your wrist a little bit. Does that
Yeah,
matter?
you got to come to the very top of your swing, totally maximum with your wrist. You're not doing this at 7:30. You're doing that at 7:30. Okay. So, and it's going to land about 7:30, about 28 yards, 27.
And an important thing to note is your grip, right? If you grip it really strong, the ball's going to go farther. So you have to have that really nice,
weak.
light grip. And then that is what you have to replicate when you're out on the course. Because if you're judging your wedges based on a soft grip, you have to do a soft grip out there. So you don't want to all of a sudden squeeze it
Yeah,
so
you're
tight.
not trying to
and
rip
just,
it. You're trying to just finesse a ball into the,
Right.
which is, I use this more than anything, is just club parallel to the ground. Okay? And it's all wrist. I'm not trying to do this. I'm just locked in, and it stops at parallel. That will go, for me, about where those dogs are at 18 yards. And it will go right there. So now you got that little parallel goes 18. We'll cut that to half and it'll go 9. Okay? So now I'm just going to go half parallel and it clicks to about 9 yards.
What if you have no idea
Get a bucket.
how far they go?
Get a bucket of balls and swing
just a bunch of times, right? And
Bunch
see
of
kind of
times and get your
generally
average.
where they
Pick-
land.
Yeah, generally where it lands. Pick a spot. Oh, gee, it landed near that leaf. A few more times. The closest one's near this leaf or a dry spot. So then you pace it off. There's your yardage. It might be 24 yards. It might be 32 yards. In your mind, it's whatever it is. That's how you go and play the game of golf.
And you can even double it by choking down on the club, right?
You can choke down and lose a few yards on it, but this is not a power swing, so you're not going to lose 5 yards like they say when you're hitting an 8-iron 140 choke down to go 135. This is a little chipping. It'll still almost do the same thing.
And we do this with which clubs? You do it with your 60, your 56, your pitching wedge?
I go all the way to my pitching wedge with these little shots.
Oh.
You know.
And again, it's where you want to land it, right? So if you're walking up to a green and you need to pace it off, assuming you know where it's going to land, or where you want to land it, right? So if the pin's in the back, you need to land it to the front of the green. You pace to the front and say, okay, that's my I need my 28-yard shot.
Focus.
Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you got something out of this, and I'm sure I'll be back to my dad's house for more. So thanks for your help, Dad.
Pleasure.